This is a prequel video. Here's Wild Cherries. She's known as Apple Candy Fruity from Vaughn Live. She just came in here and she just said something like, "Hi, what?" It's just randomly. I was feeling something, It was very tense, and you could see it on my face. It's like, this is how I really felt for a couple of days. Actually, that day, there's something that happened at work, and it's like I had to find a new job now because I knew for a while like that's not the company I would work for. I There was people like their foremen. I would ask questions and they would just ignore me. It just like I know you fucking heard me ask you like what time it is. They're just very disrespectful. Including their violation of ethics. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about the poster board that M&M, the moving company, has in their main office at in Piscataway, but it's I'm it's there's misspellings. So right off the bat, I'm like, how did you get that printed with misspellings? I see, and I'm not gonna go into other business. I see business have misspelled. It's like someone writes something and it's like this is what we want to print it, but it's like you don't tell the people, well, yeah, this is incorrect. We're gonna fix the errors for you. You have only proofreading, and right off the bat, I saw that. I was like, wow, talk about irony right there. They can't even. They're trying to have a moral high ground about being, having a code of ethics about, being movers, having a business, how to respect each other, this and that thing, and they violate every one of those laws. Right off the bat, I saw that. It was my second, third day on the job. I started reading that. I was like, this is sad. This is sad because it's another company. It's like, I gotta get out of here quick. I'm probably not gonna stay here, but you know what? Money's somewhat of okay, this and the other thing, except if you can't even spell a code of ethics, I mean, I think you're fake. I think you just say that, including, one of the videos that I talked about, one of the things I talked about in the video when I talked to Max over there, like one of the foremen just starts yelling my name, not like angry about it. Hey, Lucas, look. I'm like, listen, you're outside. It's like, you're making a lot of noise. And they actually had that on the board. I mean, it's common sense. You don't, you're providing a service. You don't act like, a savage or barbarian. You could come over to them, hey, this and the other thing. They violated that. I never saw anybody steal anything. That's one of the things that Max talked about. If I have a record about burglary, I'm like, I'm not a thief, So that off the bat, it was like, I was started thinking, well, I guess he screens his movers, this and the other thing. But it was about them breaking stuff. Like one of the foremen's name is Gene. That guy, I think it was a job we went to North Jersey. He broke something. It was a box. He just let it fall. It was outside of the unloading place, and what fell was like a weight scale that the customer client had, and it just broke and shattered. And the crazy part was like he was like, oh, he should have came up with like, it broke, this and that. I'm sorry, this and that. He took it. He threw it in the garbage, including the helper. His name was what's his name, Andre over there. They swept it up, and he thanked him, congratulated him for sweeping it up and get rid of the evidence, the broken parts. I saw that. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you guys about, man? And then the guy, his name was Gene. I never told anybody about that. Gene over there said, oh, hopefully, he'll forget it. He'll probably think, he left it or he lost it or something. I'm like, Jesus, man, like, and it was just so creepy. Another guy named Rob, who I thought was Matt, for some reason I just didn't care for his name. He didn't care for me. I didn't care for his name. Anyway, that guy, he put this table. It was a 3-game table. The customer's name was Don. It lived in like a very nice area. Black dude, Navy. He was Navy, military. I'm not crazy about the Navy. That guy was very nice. That guy was really nice. And you know what? It was a 3-game table, but it was IKEA type. It wasn't the best wood. But you know what? I was trying to pick it up. He took it. The foreman took it. Come on, let's go. Walk it. They put it in the truck. He put a lot of stuff on it. I think he put chairs or something. When we got to the storage area, it was just broken and shattered. And again, the guy, another Andre, the same thing. He just started covering up with blankets, and then for like 15, 20 minutes, he was trying to finesse the customer Don about talking. Well, this and the other thing. At the end, he noticed that like an hour later, I think when we put it in the storage, and he blamed it. Actually, the customer said, "Oh, it must have been White Glove that did that." And and that guy, Rob is his name. Like, yeah, well, this and everything. And something that happens, like I walked away, they were inside storage, and then suddenly they start talking in low voices. So I'm like, is he gonna try and blame that on me? It's just very odd. It's just very odd. Like I didn't break that stuff. I wasn't even touching. I was on the other side. I'm not the one who packed the truck. And I would have told the guy, listen, this broke. Apologize. This insurance. It says on their trucks, insured. So what is the problem about paying for that person's item? Second time they did that, and and those two foremen that covered it up. I mean, they were very rude and disrespectful to me. And they're money grabbers. Like if they don't get tipped well, the customer is a POS or BITCH. Serious. I mean, talk about greed and just no morality whatsoever. And this night right here, as you see, I just felt, my arm got bruised. The person that did that was like a new guy, whatever his name is, John, a Latino guy. He slammed this dress. I think it was on purpose. There's people who told me they're known to do that stuff. You know, I had a soul and mind, this and the other thing. I did not even talk to that guy. I never disrespected him. He just wanted to hurt me. I was running up the stairs. He was a bit slow. I don't know why he did that. But I get that a lot of people hate me. A lot of people hate me that I have a soul and mind. And, I believe I'm a moral person. I don't steal and I don't break people's stuff and this and the other thing. But on that night, I texted, actually, I texted Max over there later when I got the phone call. I did make a phone call to Max, and I hung up the phone. I got cancel. It says on my phone, cancel call. So, by the way, I did have a couple drinks of beer. I wasn't too drunk, this and everything. I canceled the call, and what happened? His wife called me on through Max's phone. And then what ensued, Max kept calling me till we had two long conversations, which is the video that I uploaded to YouTube. But as you can see, I'm just exhausted. I'm not tired. I'm tired. It's like you go to work and people will try to hurt you on purpose. There's other foremen, the guys that have like 3-4 years experience. They can't even hold their dresser on top. They have to it pivots. It almost like it's gonna fall, and we need like two guys on the bottom. And even with two guys, it's just it's unbelievable. And when we get to the bottom level, me and this other guy, the foreman Gene has 3 years moving experience. He tilts it to like my left or his right. I'm like, what? And I started thinking it was my fault. And I was like, what are you doing, man? Unbelievable. And then, that's what ensued, I believe. I think it was that big heavy dresser. I got a scar. I wasn't crying bitter. Accidents happen. But it's gonna leave a scar, and the guy that did was the other guy. Like he purposely slammed the freaking dresser on my hand. When I had my hand, and he should have been the only one to put the dresser in the side of the truck, except he wasn't strong enough. He couldn't even lift it, like with half of the dresser on the truck. I mean, how weak are you, man? And then I helped him, and he slammed my freaking hand. It's like it's beyond an apology, because I know these people won't apologize. The conversation ensued with the owner. He started talking about weed, and he started telling me, I paid you cash. My name is so and so. I paid you. So what? So what? I'm culpable as you're culpable. I didn't pay any taxes. How do you know I'm not going to pay taxes at the end of the year? Don't you think I'm going to file a 1099 form? You think that's an independent contract? Or you think I mean, I get it. Like, I get it, we pay cash. So you saying, or off the bat, you're saying I'm irresponsible. And the whole conversation, this guy started talking about the weed smoke, and I should call somebody. Like, why would I call somebody that they smoke weed? You have something, a mechanism in your truck that says distracted, that sees drivers texting on their cell phone, man, watching videos. Who am I gonna call? Ghostbusters, asshole? I mean, you guys are a bunch of clowns, man. You're a bunch of fucking clowns. But anyway, it's this is me last night, and I just like, wow, I'm gonna have to find a new place of employment. It was good money, this and the other thing. Tips were okay, but it's like I thought I found a moving company for the summer, and it's like it's not like I messed up, this and that. We don't see eye to eye. It's like people try to hurt you and then disrespect you for like no apparent reason, And there is a lot of homosexuality going around. It's fucking disgusting. I get a lot of hate because I'm not a homosexual. That's another thing. But yeah, here it is, me. It just like this. Is how I really felt yesterday. I was just sad. It's like, what am I gonna do now? You know. Everybody got bills. I got bills. I got dreams, aspiration. But if on account of just immoral, unethical people. I stay in one place in life. And while Cherries comes in here, what did I like? I wasn't even talking to you. I don't even like you. You hate me or something. You're too stupid for me. Leave me alone. I got rid of KY over there because he just sits there and watches because he's an idiot. He's a retard. But he's the type of guy. I'm not gonna get into him. He stalked me. He actually 2 years ago he came to New York with his brother and started staring at me and wanted to talk to me, pretend like he didn't, like he didn't know me from my blog. So this is the life that I have. But whatever. And while Cherry leaves, and then I answered. That's Max's wife. That's another thing. I get it, that's his wife, they have a business, but it's like she didn't even introduce herself. She didn't introduce herself. Oh, this is so and so from the movers. I'm this. If you want to know, I'm a wife of Max, which I don't think you should matter. I don't play with this family, son-in-law, brother-in-law, so it's like I could care less. It's about your character and what you have to provide to the company, or service you provide. So right off the bat, I'm like, oh Jesus, just careless, sloppy person, as they all are. Well, you're not Max, but okay. No, okay. No. And yeah, Max is the type of guy. Like it was, he always used to text me. Actually, started texting me. Be 7:30 sharp and clear all the group. I show up seven. I was 7:12 in my car. He texted me, "Where are you? Are you good?" I'm like, "Jesus, man!" Like, well, it's like. And then people told him, "Oh, don't ever text him or anything." Like, big boss. I get it, but this is egregious. And I called him, and he didn't have the guts to even call. His wife had to call. I mean, talk about being a little person, right? And it's like, why would I even talk to this person? I don't even know who she is. Does she work in the office? I wasn't even introduced to her. Who the fuck knows who this is? It could be her fucking kid pretending to be, a wife. That's some shit I would do to like fuck with people. I'm kidding. It's not that. It's like, why the fuck does she call me to talk to some shit? Who is that person? I never met her before. Absolutely ridiculous. And if you don't like the other video, about 20, 30 minutes, Maxie over there says I'm ridiculous, so I fucking turned it up and I became fucking ridiculous. Talk about channeling, blah. And just like I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to even talk to Max. And then like 20 minutes later, I actually said, screw that. I was angry, and I texted Max Daniel over there pictures of my arm bruised and scarred. And I sent something effect, this is what happened, this and the other thing. Your drivers I actually smoke weed, this and that. It was just one little phrase for like 15, 20 minutes. That's all he kept bringing up. And it's like he wants me to like snitch on people and like say people are toxic. Like why the fuck would I even do that? As far as driving, I didn't see the guys doing anything crazy. One guy did something crazy, but it was like, it was going to the office and he like made a right turn. But it wasn't because of weed. So why the fuck would I call somebody? It's like he's trying to put me in, I think he's trying to put me in danger. Like I'm going to call people and I'm starting to, I'm going to get this drama and hatred for like telling people they smoke weed. It's juvenile. It's a typical manipulator that experience. You have no point or no point of an issue to go on. He just focuses on semantics, little details, and he's trying to make me look like an evil, creepy person that just wants to hurt people. And at the end, the guy was like, it's in that video. I started laughing. I started joking around. I watched it, rewatched it. I was like, why did I go 10, 15 minutes laughing about, or like 10 minutes about I'm pretty? It's like, why would you think I'm ugly? And like, why would I care for your opinion? Even if you're a female and we had a difference, like, why would I care about my looks for you from your perspective? Especially when you're a guy, especially when another male. It's like, is that homosexual thing? I mean, again, I'm not like I'm not Brad Pitt or something, or I could care freaking less. It's about character, morality, and ethics, and people trying to hurt me on a job, and this and the other stuff. So I clowned around a little bit too much. I probably should have eased up and focused on On the ethics part, I should have talked to him about that. I should have told Max about how, their foremen break stuff and then they hide it and then they blame it on somebody else. But I just didn't get into that. I was just in a silly mood. I had a couple beers and, I don't know. I messed that part up. But how could I watched it. How could I freaking resist? I had a couple beers and the guy said something stupid. It's like, I gotta fuck with you now. That's what it was. So that's my only mishap from last night. Leave me the fuck alone. What did they say? Hey Vincent. Hey Vincent, what did they say? I just some random person that I encounter, like in life, say some ridiculous stuff and they freaking leave. Like your little moving company.